doing the quest. I'm doing lesson 5, and as we look at the seasons and each of the quests. Okay, so I'm actually going to do the Grail. Okay, which is Guinevere, Gawain, Wounded King, Spiral Tower, and Sleeping Lord. Okay, so I'm doing Autumn, which for me is the 21st of March to the 20th of June, being in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you're going to be doing Spring, which you're going to explore the Sword Realm with the greater powers of the sword. If you've got this deck, you're going to be doing the swords. Right, with numbers 2, 6, 10, 14, and 18 plus the sword family. For me, I'm doing Autumn, which explores the Grail realm with the greater powers of the Grail numbers 3, 8, 12, 16, 20 plus the Grail family. Okay, so the quest for the Grail, Autumn. The Holy Grail appeared covered with a cloth of white samite, and yet no mortal hand was seen to bear it. It entered through the great door, and at once the palace was filled with fragrance, as though all the spices of the earth had been spilled abroad. Quest of the Holy Grail. Our quest begins in the realm of the Grail, starting from the Grail castle, which the Grail family acting as our guides, companioned by Gawain. We learn from the Wounded King, enter the Spiral Tower, and receive the initiation of the Sleeping Lord. The Grail Hallow itself is guarded by Guinevere. You will need the following cards for study: the entire Grail suit, Guinevere, Gawain, Wounded King, Spiral Tower, and Sleeping Lord. Now we're starting with the realm of the Grail. Grail 10 speaks, "Behold the place of peace and contentment. All that you ever wish lies within me. This is the holy home and the fulfillment of desire. Enter me, all whose hearts are full of loving service." The Grail castle depicted on Grail 10 looks easy of access, but its protections are nonetheless in place. We must pass through a thorn and an apple tree to enter within. Both are trees of fairy, which have their own guardian qualities. Sometimes you discern this castle from afar, yet when you approach, the sea mist has swathed it in thick white cloud, and it is lost to sight. You may even lose sight of it again if you have entered just once. The autumn equinox brings our powers together again after the dissipation of the holidays, the empowerment to gather in the harvest of our realization to now present. You may discern this castle from afar. At least once in your life it shines and beckons you nearer, emitting a pure note which calls you home. Within it's found the deep refreshment that perfectly fulfills your expectations and the perfect homecoming of each spiritual quest. What vision of wholeness and completion calls to you? Consider those who make you feel content and peaceful in your life. What qualities do they intrinsically manifest? What factors make you feel spiritually at home? Grail 10 meditation. Take the rainbow path of the seeker and travel along it until you come to a crossroads. Southern Hemisphere students take the eastern road. Set out in search of the Grail castle. If any animals, birds, or other significant things help you on your way, enter the Grail castle and explore. Describe what you find and who is within it. Within the middle of the castle is a sacred area or room. It is completely empty and dark except for a lantern burning in the center of the roof. The pattern of the beams reflect onto the floor, illuminating a well. Steps lead down to the wellhead where there is a bucket. Before you draw water, briefly consider your own spiritual path. Which keys have illuminated the way for you? Descend the stair and draw up a bucket of water. Using just one bucketful, begin to wash the dark walls of illuminate them, uncovering what lies in the darkness. There isn't enough water to wash every wall. As the darkness retreats where you have washed, what clearly illuminated images and patterns are revealed. Record what you see. To explore the Grail realm, stand on the castle walls and look across the land if you wish. You can fly over it in the shape of a seagull. Okay, so that's it for today. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care, and blessed be.